without doubt, in a heartbeat, I would support cuts to the travel and circus, as I call it. The 180 million waste of public fund that it costs to send MEPs from Brussels to Strasbourg. So there are cuts that have to, without doubt, be made, and those are the areas they should be made in. The poor are poor because they're means tested, and the poor should not be made poor. And therefore, our position on the cuts all over Ireland is the same. And we support and want to protect those who are out of work. We want to protect and support those who are in work. And we want to get those who are no longer in work back to work. So our policy has been very, very clear with regards to austerity and the impact that austerity is having here in Ireland, with 2,000 people emigrating every week. The Skype generation, the parents are having to have a relationship through the internet with their loved ones. So in terms of being the only MEP who voted against the cut, it was because the cut that is going to affect here will be on structural funds, will be in the Common Agricultural Policy, will be in Pillar 1 and Pillar 2, will be on peace. That's where it fell, and that's why I voted against it, because it was wrong.
Okay, Ross, you indicated.
I think there's a couple of things to say about the issue of the budget cuts. And coming from an economics background, I know that the cutting your way out of a recession is really like digging yourself out of a hole. And I think that's exactly what's happened. And the premise of the cuts was, let's in the UK anyway, let's make cuts and we'll decrease the size of the debt. And that hasn't actually happened. The debt has increased. The reality is that an economy's budget isn't like a household budget. It's more like a business. You need to invest when you're in trouble, and the failure to invest means we've made the situation worse. And I think just the first thing to say is, of course, support savings, and of course support efficiency, and of course support an end to the travel and circus. But the reality as well is that we are net recipients of Europe. Whether or not you see the UK as being net recipients, Northern Ireland is a net recipient of Europe. And I think that the reality is that if we have MEPs out there voting against our own interests, and I think it was a mistake.